enriches people. Today we are talking about why many people are vegan and not fruitarian. If you go a long time on fruits, the fruits need to be from your own garden, well mulched, grass fed. Mulching is a must. Permaculture is a must. Monocropping does not give us enough nutrients. Monocropping depleting the soil, destroying the soil. So most what you get, even its organic supply, it comes from monocropping farms. So the nutrition in there is poor. If you grow by yourself, organic, no chemicals, with a lot of care, and you start with a good soil on your land, which is black and not red clay soil, because that is the last stage before you go to a desert. It's hard as a rock in the dry season, you can do nothing in there. So you don't want that, because the original soil comes from the equator rainforest, where the soil is black and soft. So that makes a huge difference in starting, because if you start with red clay soil, you need to plant peanut grass or another nitrogen fixing plant, and that's gonna take years, like here. In the dry season it shrinks, in the rainy season it grows, in the dry season it shrinks, so it takes a long time before the ground is very well covered and shaded out by the peanut grass. So you shouldn't buy red clay soil. So be careful, take your time and go for other type of soils, like in Ecuador, a more sandy soil. For example, Canary Islands have volcanic soil, which is amazing. The best things you can get, the best soil you can get, volcanic soil, besides the black and soft soil from the equatorial rainforest. And when you choose for such a land and you plant not in a syntropic but in a natural way like a forest, you mulch with leaves around, you plant the trees in a hole with mulch underneath the roots, with mulch around on top, then fruitarian is possible for a long term. But getting your supply all the time, no way, even not if it's organic. It will bring problems in the long term. So that is the reason why many people in an unnatural location as USA, as Europe, cold climates, that people go to raw vegan instead of fruitarian, because it's not doable. You pay too much to have your organic stuff, way too much, and then it's harvested to unripe, which is not fully loaded with nutrients when you pick it unripe. So the sun need to sun fire your fruit, need to energize your fruit before you harvest it, and long enough until it starts getting the right color, the ripeness. And that is not the case when you have organic supply, which is super expensive and comes all from monocropping farms where the soil is depleted. What do you want? We originate from East Africa, from the equator. So if you don't want to live in the tropics near to the equator, well, go then raw vegan, but it will not be optimal, because it doesn't have the water, the best water from super hydrating fruits as papaya. The problem is you mix up too many food types in one plate. More than 5 is never ideal, and you're going to burden your pH body, because it needs to make a different pH for every food type, because we are a monotropic eater by design, by origin. But long time ago, million years ago, when people started to live on the equator, the fruits came from good soil, not destroyed soil by cattle and with making the soil rock hard, and not by deforesting and exposing it to the sun. So that we live in a very unnatural world now. So going back to our natural species-specific diet is always the best. If you live in the tropics, you have your own farm with good soil and you mulch well, then it's possible. Then it's possible. Check on Osborne, always mono, but from her own garden or from the neighbors who do organic farming. You can even be in the tropics, like here in the Tanglewood Center. Guanacaste is cattle land. It has a lot of deforestation. The soil became a red clay soil, which is not okay, and you are far from the warm locations, because if you grow your own fruits, you need to be in a place where it's warm day and night. Guanacaste, especially here, 800 meters altitude, the Tanglewood Center has cold nights, has strong winds, so it kills the papayas. The long rain season kills the pineapples. The jackfruits take super long to ripen because of the cold nights. So this place is ideal to grow oranges, coffee, but you know, all these things are monocropping, so they are destroying the environment. So if you go to warmer places in Costa Rica, like the Caribbean side, near to Panama or near to Nicaragua, those places have more shorter seasons, bring enough rain, bring enough sun, and it's about 7 Celsius warmer than in Guanacaste. So that is how you need to select your land and how you're gonna get all the nutrition from what you grow. Because imagine we have organic pineapples here, but people don't grow it like in a mixed forest. They have a land which is deforested to grow pineapple, and they grow it with mono cropping style. That is not okay for your nutrients, because ideal is that you have a banana, a pineapple. So the banana gonna shade out the pineapple, because the pineapple may have 60-70% of sun in a day and not the whole day in the sun. So those bananas gonna shade it out, and the bananas restore the bad soil. So that is how you need to plant, and then you are away from that mono cropping farming, and you are restoring the soil, and then mulching the banana with the bad leaves, with your fruit peels, digging it in like Mango Wotsak is doing for the animals, and then we're going to make Fruitarian possible. Not with buying from food stands where you don't know how they have grown it. That's gonna cause in the long term a problem, for sure. Because many people, health coaches, may say, well, it doesn't matter if it's organic or conventional. Oh yeah. Because those people might lie, and they are not doing it by themselves. So they can coach to be fruitarian, and they gonna eat oil and salt, and they gonna eat maybe too much avo, which is always the thing when the fruit is not tasty, when it's not sweet, when it has not enough nutrients, you might go to the fat, which has always which is always an option, but it's not an ideal option. You need high water content. And imagine if you make a mulch circle around the tree, how that goes down in 3 months of time, but you keep on growing chop and drop plants as the Mexican sunflower around your mulch pile to shade out the young trees. Check Fruit Forest Costa Rica, they're doing very well. And that is how you can grow even trees into the desert where there is no water. Making a hole deep enough, filling it up with wood chips, with grass cuttings, with leaves, with fruit peels, and then the topsoil black and soft, and you plant in there and you mulch the tree with coconuts, empty coconuts, whole coconuts, and then you plant a sunflower or another chop and drop plant which is not too high around the mulch circle to shade out the young tree, to protect it from too much sun. and then bacteria or worms gonna come into the mulch. They gonna improve the soil, bringing more oxygen in there, bringing more nutrition in there. They're gonna sweeten up your fruit. Selassie, I know. Rastafari, peace and love to all of you.